that there are a lot of angry, disillusioned people out there, upset with the slow pace of change. And I get it. It is reasonable to be frustrated. We all know we have a lot more work to do in this country. But to anyone out there thinking about sitting out this election or voting for Donald Trump or a third-party candidate in protest because you're fed up, let me warn you, your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage. Prepared to look into the eyes of the women and children you love and tell them that you supported this assault on our safety? That there are a lot of angry, disillusioned people.
An assault on your safety? What? An assault on your safety? Last time I checked, vote. If you really look at it, going down the line, right? Conservatives actually value women more than liberals, more than the left. What are you talking about, you cuckoo for cuckoo? Man, oh, great, googly moogly. What is assault on your safety? Assault on your safety. And and then they say this stupid nonsense. They say this nonsense, assault on your safety. And when you say this, I'm gonna just go out on a limb here and assume that they're talking about things like the Roe v. Wade and the voting for reproductive rights that they're talking about now. No. Y'all are not gonna gaslight. You are not gonna gaslight and manipulate this as if voting or believing in a decentralized government, believing that the federal government should not have a say in what people can do, and believing that the states and people voting what actually is the way or the better of the lesser of the two evils as far as the system works. See, what a lot of you people don't understand, Roe v. Wade is not about protecting abortion rights. It's about giving the vote back to the states, meaning that if you're in a state that doesn't comply with abortion, maybe you should go out to your community local elections and vote for people that are pushing that policy forward. Or worst case scenario, maybe you got to pack up and move somewhere else. If unaliving a baby is that important to you, maybe you should back up and go somewhere else. This is ridiculous. Attack on women's safety. It's just delusional.
So I hope you'll forgive me if I'm a little frustrated that some of us are choosing to ignore Donald Trump's gross incompetence while asking Kamala to dazzle us at every turn. I hope that you'll forgive me if I'm a little angry that we are indifferent to his erratic behavior, his obvious mental decline, his history as a convicted felon, a known slumlord, a predator found liable for sexual abuse, all of this, while we pick apart Kamala's answers from interviews that he doesn't even have the courage to do, y'all. So I hope.
Bro, that's gaslighting at its finest. First of all, Trump has been doing interviews before Kamala came out from under the rock. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Some of us remember Kamala was not doing interviews up until recently. And if you look at the polls and the results, the minute that she started doing interviews, guess what? She started getting lower in the polls. Don't do that. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Number one. Number two, Donald Trump only became a convicted felon after you guys witch hunted him for almost 10 years. You maybe exaggerating a little bit. Witch hunts. And when you say convicted felon, you're framing that different because you know that it's not the same thing. You know it's not the same thing. And three, mental decline. It took Joe Biden being embarrassed in front of the whole world for y'all to stop putting him through that abuse. Kamala, oh my God, what? I know we're not even looking at the same thing. And that's the crazy part. Because guess what? Guess what? It is not no way. There is absolutely no way that Kamala Harris is more competent than Donald Trump. What has she done to prove that? Oh, I forgot. Lock up more black men for weed than any. 1800. This is insane. This is insane. This one, like, it's delusional. They're delusional.
And to the women listening, we have every right to demand that the men in our lives do better by us. We have to use our voices to make these choices clear to the men that we love. Our lives are worth more than their anger and disappointment. And we are more than just baby-making vessels. And if you are a woman who lives in a household of men that don't listen to you or value your opinion, just remember that your vote is a private matter. And to the women listening, we have every right to demand that the men in our lives do better by us.
Doing better by you is providing protection. It's providing provisions, support, all those things. Who we choose to vote for has nothing to do with you. Number one. Number two, you can't think that just because you're a woman that you're going to manipulate men. That's why there's such a disconnect now. Disillusioned left. Then when you really look at it, you have this woman that's she's literally telling you to stir up confusion. I'm not saying women should be yes men. But why are you going against the man of your household if in reality he's probably voting for the betterment of himself, which in turn is the betterment of the family? If the man is good, then he's going to make sure that his family's good. This is just insane. Just another textbook example of why the left are disillusioned, and now we see why. We see why. This is why they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice but to get on this tirade because they realize it's not working anymore. This is what you refer to as, when a person is getting backed in a corner and they just help. We see it. They're struggling. This is pathetic.